Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-43, the Tier 7 Soviet medium tank, and we're located on the north spawn of Ruinberg, and it's being commanded by Milestone 77. Now, what can I say about the T-43? Well, it actually predates the T-34-85. It was designated to be the replacement for the T-34, but after the Soviets actually designed it and put it together, they decided instead that they would opt to improve the T-34 instead of putting into production the T-43, and they brought out the T-34-85 instead. So what can I tell you about it? Well, it carries either an 85mm gun or a 122mm derp gun. Features most of the hull changes that were improved or brought about for the T-34-85, but some slight differences in it. It retains the same Christie suspension that you can see on the other Soviet tanks. It's quite a good suspension. Okay, now it's side scraping on that corner at the moment because there's a T-67 over there and there's a Strib M42 there, and he bounces a shot there into the tracks from T-34T or Type T-34. That's the Chinese version, the Tier 5. Okay, looking for that Type T-67. Can you get a shot in? No, it misses. Hits the rock. KB2's going up to do his dirt. Fires a round in, does a huge amount of damage to the Strib M42. Getting a shot into the T-67. 199 hit points. Very useful. Pulls forward again. He's reloaded. He's got a 5.37 reload. Can he get the Strib? Oh, took a hit there from the Type T-34. Went into the tracks, tracked him. He's not going to use his repair kit because he needs that just in case. So he's waited for it to repair, pulled back. Was a good idea to go for the Strib M42 because he might be able to take it out with one shot. I think he is using the T-34-85 and he is side scraping now, but the worry is that T-67 off to his right. The T-67 has just been taken out by the KV-2, so that's useful, very helpful. Now, can he get that Strib? Well, I think he's going to go for it. Goes round the corner. Oh, no he can't. T1's there. T1 heavy. So he took 2 hits there from the air roll, put it forward in the T1 heavy. So he's going to have to come up with some other plan. And I think he's going to side scrape that corner. Yes, he is. Okay, here he goes. Angling himself to try and get a bounce if they do hit him. Putting back from the corner just to shoot. Pull forward. That one went into the tracks from the KV-1. KV-1's moving forward. This will make it easy for him to get to the KV-1 if he does. And he's still going to bounce them into the tracks. Okay. Do the same to the KV-1, and he does. Well, he gets the shot into the tracks, but he pulls back straight away. He's letting the FV201 do the initial damage on the KV-1. He's going to reverse side scrape here, using the FV201 as his defender. So he's got his posterior covered by the FV201, but he's still able to reverse side scrape to actually get the shots in. Or no, he wasn't reverse side scraping. He was side scraping, but not reverse. I thought he'd switched around. That would have been a smart move to do. Okay, no, he doesn't want to block the FV201. I think the FV201's got enough problems as it is. So he's going to go around the other side. He's still got 44% of his health, but there's an AMX M445 coming up behind him. And he cuts around the corner, and the AMX is not watching him. He just took out the T-34. Oh no, he took out one of the other tanks, but I'm not sure which one it was he took out. But he's effectively now fodder for this T-43. And yes, lovely shot there. Finishes him off. And he's going back to the cap because the enemy was at the cap only a short second ago. We heard the siren go off, and it's the Comet. And he fires around in and gets a hit on the Comet. Okay, unfortunately the monument is, or the building's blocking the way, but there's a T-67. Gets around in, And that's a steel wall because he's blocked at least 11 shots so far. Dials in and fires. No, unfortunately the T-67 was blocked. Now, what's he going to do? Wait for the T-67 to come out? Yes. Fires around in, gets a hit this time. 202. The T-67 is now one shot. And yes, he kills him. Okay, now needs to pull forward, needs to get a reset. Could pull over to the other side of the road. There is an SU-100 further up, but he just lost a teammate there. That was a T-21, so he needs to get one of the enemy. That's the SU-100 there, which means that the Comet must be the one that's capping. It's going to have to risk the quick trip across the road, and the SU-100 hasn't fired, so that's good. Okay, so now he needs to get round the corner and find this Comet and shoot him. This is going to be the risky bit. There's the Comet. Okay, comes out, shot into his rear, gets the reset. 178 hit points. He's still, what, 4 shots to kill that Comet. At least 4 shots. So he's not going to be able to do it alone. He needs the FP201. The scores are even, but they have got 2 heavies and this medium. So the enemy is at a disadvantage. Plus, of course, their tanks have got less hit points. Okay, going to pull out and get the Comet. Yes, lovely. The enemy can't return. He fired when he was pulling back in. Loaded. Unfortunately, this time the Comet goes round and he fires another. I don't understand why the Comet is side on. He's an idiot. He's actually presenting a much bigger target. And the FP201's going for it. He's not going to delay. The SU-100 is still up there. But I think that Milestone 77 is being a little more cautious. He's auto-aimed on the Milestone, on the Comet, but decided to unlock that. He's going to go over through the gap, attack the Comet from the other side, split the fire of the Comet. Wise choice. And he gets a shot in, but it's not enough to kill him. Needs one more shot to do it. Loaded, fires, kills him. Okay, now there's only one enemy left, and that's the SU-100. And we've just lost the FP201. That's annoying. The SU-100 was able to end in. That's Pizdet Simu. As you know, the end to effing everything. It's got that big 100mm gun. I don't think Milestone's happy about engaging that on his own. He needs the KV-2 to split the fire of the SU-100, and I think that's going to work, because I think the SU-100 is now focused on the KV-2. Now, he needs to get up there. He needs to move. Now. Motor, quickly. The KV-2 is distracting that SU-100, and he's now been killed. So he needs to get up there as quickly as he can. He's got the high caliber, according to this. But which way does he approach? The SU-100 knows he's coming from this direction. He needs to go around the outside. Now, it's going to be a box-off between him and the SU-100. It looked to me like the SU-100 was aiming towards the south. Now, it's going to be a proximity detect. The SU-100 is expecting him to come in. He can't work out which way he's going to go. So he needs to back off. And when he's backed off, he needs to go around the SU-100. If he tries to do it from the front, it might be very dangerous, but he could loop a shot over the rubble into the SU-100 if he's lucky, if he shows a plate. Oh, he can do it now. Oh, he had an opportunity there. The SU-100 turns side on. If he does that again, he needs to try and bluff him into thinking he's going to do that. If he was to back away, make the SU-100 turn, he could quickly rush forward and then catch the SU-100 when he's on his side. The SU-100 is trying to back away and get behind that cover. Oh, and he exposed himself. His gun was covered by the vehicle. He popped out the corner, got the exposed part of the front of the turret and pumped around into it. Good shot there, Milestone 77. You won the battle. Let's have a look and see what the results are. And it's an extremely welcome result. He's got a first-class tanker for that game in the T-43. He also picked up a fire for effect for getting more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. He got a master gunner as well for getting 5 armor penetrating rounds in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 enemies who did damage to him during the battle, and he also got the hand of God because he received damage from 4 different enemies during the battle and still survived at the end. On top of that, by resetting the cap with the Comet in there, he actually managed to get a defender, and that's because he got more than one reset. The Comet was in there for quite a long time, but I think we'll find out how long he was, because I'm sure that it's 100 defense points that he's actually managed to get. And on top of that, he got the steel wall. Now, he didn't get the high caliber, and we'll find out who actually got it in the end. But his win rate for that battle was 6,462, and that's extremely good. And as he said in the battle, he was side-scraping on a par with the heavies. Well, he certainly was when he was down at the corner near the town centre. But the thing is, really, you should only side-scrape like that if you've got buddies behind you who can pump those shots into them as they're trying to erase you from the game. So good result there. Now let's have a look at the team score and see exactly how he did. Well, he didn't get the high caliber because that actually went to the KV2. He managed to get 2,763 hit points, and he also picked up a top gun for that battle. So that's why he didn't get the high caliber. He must have had the high caliber at one point, but the KV2 took it away from him. But he did pick up 2,264 hit points, and that's second highest. So he certainly would be smiling about that. And when it came to kills, again, he got the second highest on his own team with 4 kills. The SU-100 actually managed to pick up 5, just short of 1 for the Top Gun. So if he had won the battle, he would have come out with the Top Gun as well. But sadly for him, Milestone was up to the challenge and managed to get around into the SU-100 as he made the mistake of trying to get behind that wreck to provide extra armor, and he exposed a quarter of his front, which Milestone took advantage of. So not bad on the kills, getting second highest. And when it came to base XP, he was definitely second highest again with 1,076. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 21 rounds to the battle, got 17 direct hits, 15 penetrations, damage of 2,264 hit points. He received 16 hits during that battle, most of which actually went into his tracks. 5 of them were penetrations, 11 of them were non-penetrations. So he's very lucky to be alive, and that's why he picked up the steel wall, because he had 11 non-penetrating shots. He blocked damage of 635 hit points during that battle. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. He did damage to 7 of the enemy but killed 4 of them, and he did damage assistance of 206 hit points. And yes, he did get 100 defense points while he was taking on that Comet who was in the cap. And I still don't understand why that Comet was turned side on. Maybe the Comet was actually side on because he was expecting the threat to come from the KV2 who was to the south. But once he was hit the first time by the T-43, he really should have turned to face that, because that was the bigger enemy as far as getting shots into him. Let's have a look at the rest of the detail. Well, he received 28,202 credits on standard account, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had 2,935 credits left over. He received 2 bonds for getting the Defender and the steel wall. And on top of that, he earned 1,076 base XP, got 269 for a mission completed, and that gave him a grand total of 1,345 experience points altogether. So an extremely good battle, and a lot of fun, and exceptionally good at the end, where you actually took that opportunity. At the moment, the SU-100 put himself at a disadvantage by covering his gun with that wreck. That was a big boo-boo, you know. Bigger error than you could ever make was to not have the gun exposed, because at that moment Milestone dived in there quickly to get the kill, and it paid off perfectly. So brilliant battle there, Milestone. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.